Coming up next, Forecaster John Bordash goes over the latest forecast, timing of the winter storm, and impacts you can expect in southern Maryland and across the mid-Atlantic. Stay tuned. This live forecast begins shortly.
Brought to you by our sponsors: William Richmond Inc., Farmers Home and Auto Insurance, the Bob Koski Agency, R.E. Graves Heating and Air Conditioning, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, McNeil's Group Properties, the Charleston Senior Community, and Chesapeake's Bounty. Now, here's a weather alert update from JB Weather.
And good morning, everyone, or good afternoon. I'm really losing track of time here. I'm Forecaster John Bordash with you to give you the latest update right here from the JB Weather Storm Lab on what we're looking at across the region and what we will continue to look at as we head forward with this forecast. Right now, we are looking at mainly a snow-sleet mix beginning to take over southern areas. Areas up towards Waldorf, over towards Huntington, I've seen a little bit of a lull, and now we're starting to get in on maybe a little bit of light snow. So we're really kind of mixed between a little bit of light snow and then a snow-sleet mix. Pax River right now is reporting that that wintry mix for you. Temperatures right at 32. That east wind at 15 miles an hour is making it feel like it's 10 degrees colder. And the live camera here out of Callaway is showing that we're looking at snow on the grassy areas, snow-covered trees, and we're looking at some accumulation there on the roadways. If we just take a quick look around the region, we head over towards Leonardtown. We're looking at mainly snow in the grassy areas. We're not looking at so much snow on the roadways for you, rather. As we head over towards Lexington Park, traffic looks to be going just about smooth. As we head over towards the Thomas Johnson Bridge, traffic is still a little bit slow. We were looking at an accident over towards right around 12:45 or so on the Thomas Johnson Bridge. I did temporarily close it down. It looks like traffic has been allowed to move once again. We'll continue just to take a quick tour around the region with our cameras. Benedict, we're looking at snow falling on the Benedict Bridge, so that tells us that, again, it's a little bit of light snow to the north. We're looking at a snow-sleet mix, really from Prince Frederick to the Plata areas down to the south. Over towards Brandywine, last but not least, we are looking at a little bit of snow falling up that way with a snow-covered region. What can we expect moving forward? As things stand right now, we do currently have snow emergencies in effect across the region. This includes all 5 of our local counties: Calvert, Charles, St. Mary's, Anne Arundel, and Prince George's. These are issued by MDOT. These are to let you know that travel is not advised and parking on snow emergency routes is not allowed right now. So we will be looking at that to be in effect until further notice. So I would definitely heed those advisories and just stay home. There's really no reason to travel. Already had some issues there of some accidents across the region today. Again, snow emergencies in effect for all regions. Winter storm warnings are in effect until about 7 o'clock this evening in Calvert and St. Mary's. At that point, all of the snow in those counties should have then transitioned over to sleet and rain. This goes until midnight in Charles and PG County in the DC metro area, as well as over towards King George County and Central Virginia, until 1 o'clock in Westmoreland County down towards the northern neck, and until 6 a.m. on Tuesday in Anne Arundel County, because they could be looking at a little bit snow up that way. If I currently take you over to William Richmond Inc. radar, and I need to get that slide loaded up here. That should come up here. There we go. We are looking at, again, what looks to be a heavier band of snow in this general region. If I get the telestration tool on, generally, we're looking at higher returns in this region. This tells me that this is likely the region where we're looking at snow, maybe a little bit of sleet mixing in. We are seeing that become evident. That's what these little purple or pink, however they show up on your screen, that's what these are representing. So this is probably more so in the way of sleet than snow, but there is some snow mixed in there, and when you get a burst of snow, it will likely be heavy. So we cleared this a little bit. I do want to show you Futurecast quickly, just to show you what the latest information is from that. I need to get this all cleared up before I can do so, so just bear with me quickly. We will take that off. Then we'll switch over to a Futurecast to show you what to expect here in southern Maryland over the next little bit. That's good, and let's take all of this off. It's a little bit of a process. That's why I like to get this loaded beforehand. I didn't think far enough ahead, though, and I did not. So we will get radar shut off. We will turn on our Futurecast here. The loop, and we will let that go through. All right, so here is the way things are shaping up right now. Futurecast not doing too bad of a job right now. It's showing snow across the region, but that sleet and rain mix area is beginning to come into parts of the region, definitely moving into parts of St. Mary's County. We've been talking all day, really, of that potential for you to be looking at a little bit of sleet moving in maybe earlier than what was maybe initially thought, but the forecast has really always been between about 3 and 5 o'clock, a little bit earlier down to the south, a little bit later to the north. So this purple bluish color represents snow. The deeper colors are heavier snows, and then this salmon color out here represents more sleet. As we push this on forward, this shows rain and sleet taking over the region really by about 4 o'clock. Snowing still in northern locations, still looking at that sleet rain mix, and then we'll look at mainly rain by the time we head over towards 6 o'clock for a lot of us. That sleet line is all the way up towards Annapolis, and we have this dry spot down to the south and west beginning to move in. We look at the rain continuing to move through, and then by about 8, 9 o'clock or so, it begins to kind of taper off a little bit. Some dry spots moving, and maybe some wintry precipitation. This is now getting into Monday morning. Tries to hang on over towards the I-95 corridor, maybe getting into Charles and PG counties. So that is what we're talking about. I see a quick question about where's my 6 to 8 inches. We will talk about that in a second. But Futurecast going through the day on Monday continues to show areas of just scattered rain and sleet showers for the most part throughout the region. Nothing really organized. And then this is getting into Monday evening, and then Monday night it shows maybe snow showers, which are maybe an additional coating to an inch. Monday, and then this is getting into Tuesday now, and we see it tries to bring in a little bit more in the way of snow back into the region, so maybe we add on another inch or so. So, taking you back over here to our graphics, let's break this down a little bit for you. The forecast today, 3 to 6 for much of the region, 2 to 4 down to the south and east, and if we take one more look at something, let's switch this over to... There we go. We switch it on over here. This kind of shows you how much snow we're looking at so far, and I want to get the latest snow depth analysis. So these areas in blue generally represent areas of at least 2 inches of snow, and we are looking at that for the most part across our region. We're looking at 3 inches here over towards California, 2 inches down towards Callaway, 1.5 inches over towards California. Rain now being reported down towards Webster Field Annex, but generally forecast is looking pretty on point. That 2 to 4 range, maybe we're on the lower side of those totals, but that's why we have the range for you. I do think most of us do achieve at least 2 inches, and many already have across the region. So this forecast doesn't seem too far off for phase 1 today. We mix over with a little bit of rain and sleet. Again, that glaze is possible for some areas where you get that sleet and freezing rain that hold on a little longer in parts of northwestern Charles County, PG, Anne Arundel, along I-95. You could maybe get up to 1/10 of an inch of ice accumulation. Then we might go over to that period of snow and sleet again Monday evening. This is what I issued yesterday. This is likely overdone. I will not change a forecast in the middle of the storm. I will live and die by what I put out, and I will probably end up dying by this because we will likely see this coastal low track a little further to the north by about 50 miles. So I would move everything here north by about 50 miles. I still think, though, we can probably get maybe a coating to an inch across southern Maryland Monday evening into Tuesday. Storm total amounts look like this. If we zoom into southern Maryland, those comments about 6 to 8. So those 6 to 8 amounts were Indian Head to Andrews Air Force Base to Annapolis. Again, you might be in the lower side of those ranges, but a lot of that, about probably 25 to 40% of that amount will come from the Monday evening into Tuesday setup. Still, most of it comes today, but you still have a couple of hours of snow left to go. The forecast heading into today, I was calling 2 to 4 Scotland, 3 to 5 Pax River, 3 to 5 Leonardtown, 3 to 5 Lesby, and a lot of these are starting to verify across the region. I will update this in just a little bit, but we are looking at the highest impacts from the winter weather between now and about 4 o'clock over the next couple of hours. Then we mix over to sleet. And like this forecast said, we were looking at the potential for that changeover happening anytime after 1. The highest likelihood between about 4 and 7 or so, and then rain moves into the region. Travel difficulties will remain across the region. And I see some comments about sleet in Hollywood, and yeah, that's pretty much, again, what we were looking at across our area. Now, impacts for tomorrow, lots of questions about this. This is what I was able to come up with for you. The highest impacts tomorrow morning and afternoon will be found in northern locations. So we will be talking about that with snow-covered roadways, likely from about Annapolis to Gaithersburg, points north across the Baltimore metro area, going into portions of Pennsylvania and the Philadelphia region. Locally in southern Maryland and in the D.C. metro area, I think we're talking medium impacts. Some snow, mainly that snow would be confined to secondary and back roads, but lots of slick spots would remain. And then we're talking about some slick spots on secondary roads and back roads, main roads mainly clear in that elevated yellow area. Lots of questions about what's going to happen tomorrow. I cannot say for a fact what will happen with schools. In years past, I've issued school lots to give an idea of what to expect, but it's hard given that we are in COVID and school systems are virtual and hybrid and online and not online, and a snow day would mean virtual, but a snow day could also mean not doing any. I can't decipher that for you. You will need to get in contact and look up your school's guidelines, but I'll try to communicate what I know in the best way I can once we start to get some of these reports in. But I will continue to give those updates, and you can get that either Facebook or Twitter or on the website at jbweather.net/closings. But this is, I think, what we're looking at tomorrow. In a non-COVID world, we would be talking about probably closures for all counties tomorrow, with a lot of businesses closing as well. I'm sure OPM would probably operate in some sort of telework option. So this is where I stand right now. But I will go through some of your comments now that we've gotten through the presentation, see what we are saying. Lots of comments. All right. Snow, sleet, mix in Great Mills. I saw that. Sleeting in Loveville. Mixed in California. Snowing in White Plains. Finally. A European model showing nor'easter next week. We'll look at that in a little bit. I was sleeting in Leadertown a few minutes ago. Snowing in Mechanicsville. I was hoping for a lot more than expected. Amber Lee, where are you? Because not that much was really even expected. So this final call was the storm total range. So with this includes today. So what's already fallen, what will fall today and Monday evening. What will fall Monday evening will probably be about another inch or so. So if you cut an inch off of all of these totals, for today's snowfall forecast, we're looking 1 to 3 Scotland, 2 to 4 Pax River, 2 to 5 Lesby. We're talking 3 to 5 Mechanicsville. We're talking 4 to 6 in Waldorf. That's, again, the general idea, maybe getting up towards close to 5 to 7 in Andrews and Bowie. That might be an area that busts, but we'll see. But not that much was even forecasted to start with. I'm not really sure if people were expecting like a heavy snow blizzard today. A heavy snow in Huntingtown right now, Michelle is reporting. Sleet and Ridge snowing in Dentsville still. That's good to see. Let's see. I saw a comment I can't hear you and I got nervous, but the mic is on, so I'm not sure why that would be there. I got some sleet in Lesby. That does not surprise me at all. And the model I was showing was the NAM, Ryan. Snowing in Brandywine. Snow day for private schools tomorrow, right? Maybe, Lori. Maybe. We'll see how they choose to operate that. Let's see. Nathan, spot on with predictions. Yeah, I try. We'll see. I mean, maybe the upper ranges of these are a little too high, but I'm just looking to meet the bare minimum of the ranges I put out. And I think, given that we've already seen region-wide about 1 to 3 inches, and the forecast, if we come back here, was for about 2 to 4, 3 to 6. Let me go back one more. This, for the most part, worked out. Light snow, 2 inches of snow, temperature 31, light wind from the northeast and Faulkner. Thank you, Kevin. Rain in Scotland started about an hour or so ago, first mixed with sleet. So we're already looking at that range snow line pushing northward into St. Mary's County. 2.5 inches of snow, and the transition begins at 1400 hours. Sleet in Hollywood, lots of dots. Thank you, Sandy. Lesbia has about 3 inches and still snowing. I do not forecast for Florida. So is Leonardtown done with the snow? Timothy wants to know. Probably. I mean, you're going to look at more sleet work in and then change over to rain. And thank you, Terry. I think I'm doing a good job. Hello, Kathleen from Great Mills. Thank you for giving. Thank you, Catherine. Let's see. Still snowing in Bryan's Roads. Allie reports. Sleet in Dunkirk. Snowing in Prince Frederick. See, this is what doesn't make sense to me. And because, Prince Frederick would see sleet before Dunkirk. So it's just we get conflicting reports sometimes. So we have to use kind of an average of what everyone's saying. It wouldn't be snowing in Prince Frederick and sleeting in Dunkirk. So one of those two is likely wrong. Let's see, doing nothing in Ridge right now. Yeah, and if we come over here to radar, this is going to, here we go. So this version, what we're looking at right now with radar, this is what we call our correlation coefficient. This shows us where similar and dissimilar things are in the atmosphere. When things are similar, that means it's either all rain or all snow. Not shown here by the dark purples. Where you get these yellows popping up, that means things are dissimilar in shape and size. So that's probably a mix of rain, sleet, snow, a mix coming on. And we see that mix moving right through Solomons, through Leonardtown, St. Mary's City, down towards Avenue, Colonial Beach, over towards Pope's Creek, and near Nanjamoine. South of here, you start to see some more conformity in the colors, down here towards Ridge in Scotland. That's likely rain. And then this is likely mainly snow up here. Maybe a little bit of sleet's mixing in further north, but most of the sleet should stay down to the south. Lots of reports now of ice and sleet pellets across the region. But if we came over to the normal version of radar you all are used to seeing, you see how it shows a heavy band of snow. That's likely where the sleet is mixing in. Starting to stay on Hermanville Road, sleet and snow in Dunkirk, sleet in Leonardtown. Nice amount of snow just started to get in North Beach. Good to hear. Will we get more snow tomorrow in Leonardtown? Melissa wants to know. Maybe a little bit of snow, potentially. Coming back over here, this is, if I just run Futurecast all the way through. So as we do that, this is this evening. We see the rain come through. This is going to now be tomorrow morning. We see sleet showers try to hold on, some scattered rain showers. We clear up by the midday, but then some snow and sleet tries to move back in the evening hours, trying to linger into the overnight. Now we're into Tuesday even. It tries to bring some snow into the forecast on Tuesday. Snow in Dunkirk, snowing in Prince Frederick. Looks like snow to you, Carol. Sounds good. Sleet and Leslie, should we expect more snow? Again, we have a Futurecast running here for you. Once you start to mix with sleet, you'll see more sleet work into the forecast and then rain. Snowing in Mechanicsville, snow in Hughesville, starting to snow in La Plata, sleet in Lexington Park. Do you have a friend or colleague that forecasts in Florida? Not off the top of my head, I don't think. No one's popping to mind. So is this going to be rain or freezing rain? Kathy, that's a good question. That's going to be a microclimate type question. Right now, with temperatures at 32, if it looks like it's raining, it would probably be freezing rain. Freezing rain really will be an issue to the north and west of our region. We will gradually work over to just rain. We will still be cold, likely in the 30s, but mainly just rain for our region by this evening. So that is everything I have for you right now. I'm going to stay with you here in the Storm Lab to give you the latest updates on what it is we're tracking, what the latest forecast is, and what the latest information is. You can get the latest updates on Facebook and on Twitter. And yeah, you can get those over there and on the website, jbweather.net. I mean, trying to keep that update at least a little bit more than I have been. So we will stick with that. So stay tuned to JB Weather. I will continue to keep you updated. And yeah, have a nice and safe one. And keep it tuned right here to JB Weather.
After a 2-year snow drought, accumulating snow is looking likely for southern Maryland. As snow moves into southern Maryland, turn to JB Weather for the latest. Forecaster John Bordash will be providing around-the-clock coverage, providing the latest analysis, forecast updates, and live reports to keep you and your family ahead of the storm. When winter weather strikes, JB Weather is looking out for you.